Hi, everybody!
Hi. I'm a little embarrassed right now.
You ready for this week?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed I've never seen this movie.
You guys saw the title, right?
Yes.
You know what we're doing, right? Oh, yeah. It's time for Silence of the Lambs.
It recently came out on Criterion Collection.
Yeah, this
Blu-ray. The Blu-ray came out last week on the 13th, same day as Night of the Living Dead, so we couldn't do both in the same week.
Yeah, this used to be the only way you could get it on a Criterion Collection. The first-gen DVD copy that was out of print, but still fairly cheap if you want to get it for collector's purposes. You can still find it probably for $5 or less.
I don't know why it took me so long to watch this movie. I knew Hannibal Lecter. I knew about the fava beans. I knew about fava beans. Sorry, it's early.
Buffalo Bill.
I knew Buffalo Bill through Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
I knew the Goodbye Horses through Close, but I didn't know it was from this movie.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I knew. Good evening, Clarice. Hello, Clarice. I got all that, but I've never watched the movie all entirely, and I'm just so shocked that it took me. This is my jam.
I think I'm going to take the reins because this used to be one of my favorite films. It still is, really, because I watched it. I probably watched it like at least once a week for a while. Like, it's so good. So it's a movie by Jonathan Demme. Came out in 1990, 1991, somewhere in that range. Swept the Big Five Oscars.
90.
Best Director, Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay. It's one of, I think, 3 movies to do it. I think the other one was, there's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I think the other was It Happened One Night, or Ben-Hur, or something like that. I forgot the first one. Shut up. So this is the last movie to do that, and I think it's the first horror movie to win an Oscar. That's how I classify it. A lot of people like to say thriller, but I'm like, no, this is probably straight up horror.
It's in that genre of like 7, where it's like, it could be either. So
I'm surprised that didn't win anything. But I love this movie so much. So if you don't know Silence of the Lambs, let's talk about it.
If you were me,
if you're Wade,
a week ago,
it is a film about Clarice Starling, played by Jodie Foster, who is trying to become an FBI agent, or is an FBI agent, I should say.
She's trying to be a special agent.
She's trying to prove herself in a very male-dominated profession, and you get a lot of that in the movie. That shows up a lot. And they're trying to track down this serial killer who keeps abducting women, and they just find bodies in the river.
And skinning them.
And pieces of their skin are gone. And they can't really narrow it down. So they have... they throw Clarice as bait, because they see her as less, and she's a woman, to a FBI profiler, but not your normal FBI profiler, like psych profiler. He is a former psychiatrist turned cannibal. Hannibal the Cannibal Lecter.
I mean, if your name's Hannibal, I mean,
yeah, it's great.
Sorry, Hannibal Buress, you might have to be a cannibal.
And they send her to meet Hannibal Lecter, who is this hyper-intelligent character in the film, to help try and figure out who the serial killer is and how to stop him. And the movie's fantastic. What a lot of people don't know, this was the second Hannibal Lecter movie made.
It was Manhunter.
Manhunter was the first, but they're not related. It's a completely different set. You know, it was a different actor playing Hannibal Lecter, different director. It was Michael Mann directing it several years before. This is an adaptation of the second book, Silence of the Lambs. And Manhunter was about Red Dragon, which they later made with Anthony Hopkins, who is iconic as Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, he
kills it in this movie.
He steals everything.
This movie is so tight.
Yeah.
And tightly made, and it's also very tight when you're watching. You're really anxious the whole time.
Yeah, like, I'll say it's Clarice. My thoughts on the movie Or I love this movie.
I knew you would.
I'm angry at myself that I've never seen this movie. Clarice is excellent in this. Jodie Foster's great. I'm not really a biggest Jodie Foster person.
When she kills it, she can kill it.
Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins. I mean, come on.
You got to raise your game when you're with Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins is fantastic. Even the side characters are really good.
And
Buffalo Bill is excellent.
I love Ted Levine.
He just throws himself into this role.
Anytime I get a big smile on my face anytime I see Ted Levine because he always has these great moments in these movies. He had another one in Shutter Island I love.
I'm not so sure.
This is actually Anthony Hopkins' like big comeback movie because he had been kind of labeled as a, troublesome actor. He was dealing with a lot of, I think, alcohol abuse issues that a lot of the British actors had at the time. But he was great in Elephant Man, years before, and they gave him a chance on this one, and he absolutely
crushed it.
Envelops Hannibal Lecter. He is the Hannibal Lecter.
The escape scene threw me off.
Oh, that's scary, isn't it, too?
like the ambulance part, I was not seeing coming.
Oh, I forgot. Like, you don't even know that much. Oh, man, I wish I was here to see him see it the first time. Oh, man.
I was watching with my girlfriend, and she was like, "Did that get you?" I'm like, "Yes, it did." Because, like, if you
Your
look
girlfriend's
back,
a treasure for not telling you.
If you look back, you're like, okay, like I should have saw it coming, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god!
Even the guy playing Chilton, like, you hate him so much.
Chilton, yeah, he's so great as the villain.
Yeah.
And he's not like, the villain is Buffalo Bill, but these side characters, and I like like you were saying about the
everything's perfect.
Like you said, the woman in the man's world. Mm-hmm. That's not overdone.
No, it's not done.
It's not beating you over the head.
It's done enough that you're like, I see what's going on, and you're like, that's really messed up.
And the person that's like guiding her through, that the higher up, he wants to get with her, and it's more big at the end when she do the handshake.
Was his last name London or something?
I'm not sure. But I really like this movie a lot. Hannibal Lecter is fantastic. The chase of Buffalo Bill is great. How she figures out Buffalo Bill. Everything's explained. The name is explained. Mm-hmm. The Moth is explained.
That's my one thing. It's explained.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like brushed over for being one of the pieces of iconography from the film.
Yes.
The Moth is like the big thing on all the posters and everything, and it's just kind of like, oh, this is what.
Pros, the environment, the actors, the writing, the scenes, the set pieces. My only issue is, it's a small little issue, that Buffalo Bill lair is so unbelievable. Like, with that house, he must have burrowed through like a couple people's basements to make this large lair. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. But
I love.
I mean, he had a dirt basement, so it's possible.
But Buffalo Bill was so clean, right?
I love Buffalo
clean.
Bill,
Like,
and I used to do impressions of him just to get people to laugh every now and then.
Like, Buffalo Bill is so an iconic serial killer to where he was like, he's like just so, especially when he's like normal. Mm-hmm. It's so weird seeing him normal.
It's an uncanny valley with him.
Yeah.
It's like he's kind of a normal, but something's off, and you can't pinpoint it.
And the goodbye. And also, he has like a brilliant way to abduct people. He's carrying that couch, and I'm like,
that's
brilliant.
That was actually what they did with him. Because I'm really into true crime. So what they did with Buffalo Bill is he's kind of an amalgamation of several different serial killers, prominent ones. You've got Ed Gein. You've got Ted Bundy's the one he used to use the cast.
Yeah.
He did that a couple times to abduct women. And it's really good.
Cons, there's none.
It's when you watch it and you're like, I don't know what could have been it.
It's perfectly paced.
Yeah, Jonathan Demme doing a great job with it. It is one of the few close to perfect films.
Just the scenes, like, just any scene with Clarice and Hannibal. Those are the scenes that steal it.
This movie...
Also, there's the one thing they subtly put in there.
Yeah. I can't wait for what you're pulling out here.
Is when she's doing the tests with the gun, and someone gets her from behind.
Yeah.
That pays off at the end.
Yeah.
Also, the night vision pays off in the end in a most terrifying way.
It's not the most accurate thing, but, yeah. Night vision's fun. That's such a great scene.
I know.
Where he comes out and he's
Yeah.
almost got her.
Yeah.
But this movie, it's one of those ones...
the greatest ending.
Yeah, it's one of those ones...
Clarice.
I'm having a friend for dinner.
Yeah. Yes.
It's one of those movies that I think is so great for like film school to study and seeing and acting too. It's great for acting as well. There's a great video by Every Frame of Painting is the name of the channel. I think his name's Tony Zhu. Check out that video about this, about who wins the scene. It goes into details, and it's one of these times where like this film just puts the craft of filmmaking like to a T. Like this is how you want to make movies.
Yeah.
Even though it's like the director is like they went through a couple directors before they fell to Jonathan Demme. Same thing with Anthony Hopkins. They had other guys they wanted for the role. Same thing with Jodie Foster. They wanted other people for that role. And it's amazing that all these second, third choices made an amazing film.
Yeah. So, buy, rent, or skip?
Do you really need me to say? Buy over and over again. Buy multiple versions. Check them out.
I'm going to say skip.
Really?
Skip renting it. Buy it right now. You see that misdirection right there?
Yeah.
I just Hannibal Lecter misdirect you there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. So what other movies do you think is great, like at this level, or any other movie you want to suggest? We're getting suggestions every video. It seems we're just
great. I love it.
We're just piling it up.
More and more.
We're getting regulars. We're getting new people. Just piling up all of these.
Always tell us. Tell us what you want, please. Yes. I like it.
And please hit the subscribe button to get more videos. We're definitely taking suggestions for March, April. Yeah, we're still deciding on things. So let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe. Get all the videos. Hit that little bell to get the ding ding every time.
Get the ding ding. Every time. Every time we post a video. We got video shamers. We've got anime talks. We've got old podcasts. It's all right there, and you hit the bell, you get the ding ding every time we post something. You won't miss a thing.
You're not going to let me do that down, are you?
Ding ding.
Well, until next time, hopefully the lambs have stopped screaming.